Well, I thought, coming in, this is, a dangerous game. They're a unique team. They played Arizona, I thought, very well on Friday night. Down 7 at the half to a team that, beat the national champion a couple days earlier. So I thought they would be good. I thought they would be scrappy. I was pretty pleased with how we played for the most part. We addressed some issues, some concerns I had after the last game. I think our aggression level was better. Keeping them out of the paint was better until it got sloppy towards the end of the game. So we can't afford to do that against really good teams that we'll be playing throughout this year. So hopefully we do a better job of handling, not playing the scoreboard and still having good possessions at both ends of the floor. So we failed to do that the last 5 minutes. Otherwise, I was pretty happy about today.
Can you talk about the better ball handling? Because the turnovers, you made a big emphasis on the turnovers after the last game. You guys did much better tonight.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked as a staff at halftime, and if Allen just went and laid the ball in, and he was trying to be unselfish to throw it to Trevor for a layup, and he mishandled it. That was one turnover. I think Pig tried to thread the needle with a pass and on a steal. That was our other one, and then we got an illegal screen. So, to have 3 turnovers and 2 of them we shouldn't even have had. We could have had 1 turnover at halftime. So, until the end of the game, we had done a really good job in that department.
Do you think your guys were almost too unselfish? Because there were a couple times guys had shots and passed it up when they could have gone.
Yeah, Allen had his layup, and there was another one, I forget at what point in the game, where I felt like maybe it was Mo, maybe should have went and laid the ball in. Instead, he tried to throw it back. But I'd always be okay with someone trying to make an unselfish play as opposed to the flip side of that.
I think we're seeing the appeal with Masamba at this point. What is maybe a thing that you like about his process and one thing that could still use some work?
Well, we had 0 blocks today, and again, they're shooting a lot of threes. They took 30 threes, so you're not going to block a ton of shots if that's how many they're taking. So, but just we need more of that, challenging shots around the basket from Masamba. But wow, I mean, when I watched the film on him, maybe he wasn't allowed to shoot threes last year, but in practice it looks really good when he shoots them in skill work and post-practice work. They look good. So, I mean, and it was just net on both of his threes. So we got to find ways just to keep getting him the ball different places. Good things are happening. He's special. A chance to be really, really good.
Coach, this is second straight game with 25 or more points from the bench. How happy are you to the start of the season for you?
Yeah, I mean, Allen coming in has been really productive with his minutes. He's been on a minutes restriction, and I think now with a few more practices that's his minutes potentially could go up at this point. He's been really good. Pig has really bought into that because he's really a starter. I think he's earned the right to start. It's just I think it works better for how our rotations are set up for him to at this time come off the bench. But he's handled it great, and so it's nice when you could bring guys on the floor and into the game and you get a little bit better.
You played 9 guys with significant minutes, and that's even with Noah and BJ. So, do you think that that's what you'd like to be doing moving forward, and what does that enable as a team?
Yeah, I feel like we're able to keep fresher bodies on the floor and maybe play guys in lesser time frames, maybe 3 to 4 minutes instead of 5 to 6, and then you're not seeing as much drop off physically for the whole team overall. So it's especially with the front court right now, we have really good depth and rotating guys in and out of the game and staying fresh.
What about the flexibility of the combinations of players that you can use?
Yeah, it's just we have certainly have that. Pig with Noah being out and VJ being out, he spent about 10 days learning to play to 1, which we didn't really intend for him to do this year, but circumstances delivered that. So he's done an adequate job when Mo's not on the floor. But yeah, creatively and as Marcus gets in better shape and gets more reps under his belt, he's a guy that is a multi-position guy, and so I'm excited that there are guys that could still get better and improve. But the best thing that I like is, like last year, if I took a guy out, I always would wonder what their attitude might be like, or the next time I put them in, what they would look like. This group, you know, if I pull a guy in 1 minute, you know, they come in, and the next time I call their number, they go in with a good attitude.
Masama's ability to hit the three-point shot, what does that do for you offensively to have a big restricted cover like that?
Yeah, I think he's not at the point where he's relying on that, certainly, but it's a part of his you know, his package. He could step away and do that. I think he's more of a force around the basket, and with his athletic ability and his footwork, and you know, and just even his passing. Like, his passing is very underrated. Like, when doubles are going at him, he's finding the right play to make. So, you know, his future it's scary. You know how good he could be.
To follow up on that, Coach, Masama playing with somebody like Mo, I know you mentioned Mo just kind of pass first where he wants to get the offense going, but how is that helping? I mean, even like Masama's game, the team's game, but his game especially.
Yeah, I thought Mo was just a little bit erratic today. He didn't have a normal game or even workouts, and he's walking in right now. So sorry, Mo, but I just said, like, today you weren't like I thought you were a little off on some of your reads, and he knows that because he's played, you know, had a long career, and he's played very well. But yeah, I think what Mo does and has done since day one is establish a desire to pass, a desire to make his teammates better, and if you're starting with that at the point guard spot, it kind of is infectious amongst the group.
You guys good?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.